guys, it is Sam and Collette and welcome back to Introverted Reading, and today we are going to be, is this technically a challenge?
I think it could
or
be.
Is it's just something that we've come up with.
We have compiled a list of song lyrics from some of our favorite songs and our favorite artists, and we're going to go through these song lyrics and relate them back to book scenes, characters, and just kind of general books.
Now, as a warning, this does have spoilers, and we're going to be talking about many different book series, so if you feel like that you do not have an accurate representation of the book world and you feel like you haven't read a good amount of the books that we mentioned, like Sarah J. Maas, if you still haven't watched like Harry Potter, then you're sitting under a rock.
Get your life together.
Anything like that, we'll probably mention the books that we're going to talk about in the beginning, like before we discuss which song lyric applies to what. But just keep in mind about these spoiler warnings because we have no filter.
Right.
So let's get started.
We're gonna start with The Boys, the band. The obsession I've had since I was in middle school. 5 Seconds of Summer.
Love.
We're gonna start with a classic 5 Sauce song. Good Girls Are Bad Girls That Haven't Been Caught. I would like to reference a one Selena Sardoff. I know she got caught, but while she was Alderin's assassin, I don't know, I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Lillian, when she is Lillian in the first two,
That's also a good one.
that is because she is having to be, I'm this lady. In reality, I'm an assassin who can kill you.
I also, I would like to give an honorable mention to Katniss Everdeen for being Katniss Everdeen.
Interesting.
Alright. Number 2. Number dos. And forget all of the stupid little things.
That is, okay, this Amnesia by 5 Seconds of Summer is just Eleanor and Park. It is just, the entire song is just Eleanor and Park.
It's the end of Eleanor and Park's soundtrack, unofficially. Someone at Rainbow Rel and let her know that this is the end of Eleanor and Park. Thanks.
So we're just gonna go with that.
This has been a PSA. I've got a jet black heart for all our angsty boys.
We got Kaol, Jace, Aedion.
I would like to throw in Bastillion Grimpitch because boys got angst for days.
There's so many of our angst. Rowan is angsty, especially in Era of Fire. Mans is just hates the world. Angst. Lorcan.
Next we have a classic Panic at the Disco quote from Miss Jackson. Climbing out the back door didn't leave a mark. No one knows it's you, Miss Jackson. Again.
And Asha for Galathinius.
I would also say Selena Sardothian.
Well, they're the same.
But
spoilers.
They're different. They're not really the same. They're distinctly different. Alright.
Glee covers.
One of our favorite Glee covers to sing in the song. Uptown Girl. Lyric, I'm in love with an uptown girl. And I would like to mention Day. Being in love with June because it kind of works.
It does. It does.
I would also say Kaol, trying to get with Selena because way out of your league, bud. Way out of your league.
Yeah.
Alright. And then we can't mention song lyrics without mentioning classic Broadway. So,
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
for number 6, we're hitting it hard. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. And I hate to continuously say it, but Selena Sardothian / Anne Galathinius.
But also Bryce from Crescent City. Bryce loves her fancy dresses when she goes out partying. So
We do love that.
who else could that? I'm trying to think of be diverse. We need to be diverse. More. Diamonds Amryn. Amryn.
That's a good Amber quote, actually.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend, considering she likes anything she likes.
That is true. Alright, coming in at number 7, we're going Taylor Swift. Look What You Made Me Do.
We're just gonna keep going back to
I'd like to give Katniss in Mockingjay.
There you
Mockingjay, Katniss very many times is told what to do, and then it causes a mess, and then Katniss gets a little bit upset, just a little bit upset. Understandably
I'm
upset.
gonna still go with a Laneige from Galathinius.
Number 8, we're going Fall Out Boy. We're going new Fall Out Boy. We're going Mania Fall Out Boy. Princes don't become kings. And I don't know about you, but I would like to mention Dorian.
Yeah,
he
I was
is a
thinking
prince.
that.
He becomes a king.
Yeah.
But Prince Dorian
I'm also
doesn't
going to
become
say you
king.
have not read The Selection, but Maxon from The Selection, who is the prince who ends up becoming the king at the end, and the whole selection is based off of around him. Mans does not want to become the king, but he's an only child, so he has to. But he ends up doing a very good job at it.
Because princes don't become king. I also would like to mention President Snow with the new coming of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I would also say President Snow.
Yeah.
Number 9, going back to Panic at the Disco. We're going Death of a Bachelor era. We're going Heroes Don't, nope. We're going Heroes Always Get Remembered, but you know legends never die. And I have to go back. Selena Sardathian, I would say Day, I would say Katniss.
Those Harry Potter,
Potter.
those characters that saved the world and changed everything for the better. Reese Mans died to save the world.
They're awesome.
No, she didn't save the world. She saved Tamlin,
Oh,
the tool. So,
but I would definitely say there's a lot of characters that fit that
there's so many.
pretty well. I would also even maybe go so far as to say Hermione Granger.
Of course.
Neville Longbottom. Alright.
Definitely not Dumbledore or Snape.
Number 10. And if we only die once, I want to live with you.
That is so Reese and Farrah and
They both
Rowan
literally
and
died.
Aelin, they both died and then they came back.
Can I mention not book characters too, because I have them on my shelf? I get a lot of Sam and Dean vibes from that, from Supernatural.
Yes.
They're on the shelf, so I feel like it's okay to mention them.
There's Sam's up there and Dean's chilling.
They're just on an unrelated note.
Barry and Iris.
Oh, they're cute too.
Yeah.
Alright, next we're hitting up that Spider-Verse soundtrack, because PSA, if you've not listened to the Spider-Verse soundtrack, 1, what are you doing with your life? 2, go do that now. But from Spider-Verse, we're going with Invincible, we're going Stop Feeling Invisible, Start Feeling Invincible. And I would like to kind of give an honorable shout out to all of my introvert characters. For me specifically, Penelope from Carry On, and Kath.
I was gonna say Kath, and also another one is, if you read the Lunar Chronicles, Cress, my little ball of anxiety who only ever lived in a satellite her entire life. So she helped save the world.
They're just, you know,
They're so good.
shout out to my introverts.
Neville too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Neville circa year 4. Neville year 5, who no one told that Sirius Black was innocent, and because Harry Potter asked, said, yeah, we can go help him. Alright. Up next, number 12. I shouldn't apologize just for existing. I would like to shout out Katniss Everdeen again. I feel like I've done that a lot. But I feel like that's definitely Katniss going into the Hunger Games.
Lysandra.
Oh, that's a good Lysandra quote.
That is a very good Lysandra quote. Same with Aedion. Because Aedion, and he's known as a Darlin's whore, and he hates his life until Aelin comes. Alid.
Oh, a lead, that's a good one. A lot of them.
So good. More. Another More quote. That's very More.
I feel like it's all of the demigods and Percy Jackson who are not wanted by their godly parent and who can't live anywhere else in the world because monsters try to kill them all the time. Special shout out to Annabeth Chase.
Cress
because
again,
I love her.
from the Lunar Chronicles. So many.
Again, the introverts.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Number 13, a good one. Thank you for the happiest year of my life. I think we can agree. Tifios.
Yep. It's
The Fault in Our Stars.
Augustus and Hazel.
All the way. I also would like to shout out, I also think it would also go good with Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which has a kind of similar concept to Fault in Our Stars.
It's definitely not Tamlin and Farah.
Thank you for the information. Alright. Next, we got another good one. Don't Want to Sit Still, Look Pretty. We have a bunch of characters for this, but I think one that we forgot about earlier when we were talking about it, More.
Yes.
Doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to go live her life.
Yeah. My number one for this quote is America from The Selection. She gets put into this competition because her parents told her to for money, and she's like, I don't want to be all dressed up and stuff. The entire time, the entire first book, she keeps telling her maids and everything, I want to still look like me. I want to be able to recognize myself, and I loved that.
Not to be repetitive, also I think Katniss. And as a fun newcomer to the scene, I think Kate from This Savage Song is definitely represented by that. Her dad keeps trying to send her to boarding schools, and she literally burned the last one on fire. Starts the book out, so.
Nice.
Didn't say she was a good kid. Alright, next, another musical. And when I say another musical, I mean Newsies. And I mean, if you haven't seen Newsies, you need a life.
Jeremy Jordan is my literal love.
I like that I keep insulting people. But this is from Santa Fe, and it's the scene kind of somewhere towards the end, middle, and it's breaking your back for someone else's sake. And if that is not Selena Sardothien in the second book, working for the king, I don't know what is.
Yep.
Or Katniss.
Or Harry Potter.
Or Percy Jackson. Man,
all of these
kid
like,
saved the whole world.
Yeah.
His dad didn't even, like, what?
Yeah. What? You haven't read The Sisters Grimm, but Sabrina and Daphne, those two girls, saving the world from the fairy tale, the Ever Afters. Such a good series. Everyone needs to read that.
I know. And to continue our Newsies trend, we're going Watch What Happens with It's a Girl? It's a Girl? What the hell? Is that even legal?
Oh my god. And this specific one is from the Assassin's Blade in the Throne of Glass series when Rolf,
That's the Pirate King.
Rolf the Pirate King realizes that Selena is a girl. Like, he knew that she was like everyone thought she was an older woman, and then she takes off her stuff and he's like, you're so young. And she's like, I'm 16. Time to kill you.
Yeah, I definitely.
She doesn't kill him, but you know.
I also think Katniss winning the Hunger Games and being the Mockingjay, it's very out there.
Can you tell who our favorite characters are?
I have no bias. Except Katniss Everdeen.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna throw it back. We're gonna do a little bit of Frozen real quick because we gotta represent that Disney route. And we're gonna go into the unknown like every 8-year-old child keeps singing on nonstop.
No.
But we're gonna go with, are you someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? And I think the biggest one for me is Kath, who is kind of in college, and she's not with her sister, and she's with this really weird roommate, and this boy keeps showing up at her room, and she just keeps trying to be like, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Also, Eleanor from Eleanor and Park, who constantly doesn't feel like she fits in, and doesn't really actually fit in at all, and kind of just wants to get the fuck out of wherever she is.
Yeah.
And I would even go as far as to say Simon Snow, who always feels like he does not belong in the world of mages. Just reading my picks. I just love my Rainbow Rock characters. No bias, though. No bias.
You sure about that?
No. Heading back to Panic at the Disco, we're going modern Panic at the Disco, and we're going, you looked at death in a tarot card and you saw what you had to do.
And this is for any character that had to sacrifice themselves to save the world. Selena Sword, Aelin Ashford Galathinius, Harry Potter, Rhysand sacrificed himself. These characters who had to sacrifice their own life to save the world.
I definitely want to specify Harry Potter when they tell him, because not only in Harry Potter does he know he has to die, he gets told, you have to die, and marches himself into the woods. And we're gonna not cry now. We can't not mention Hamilton, because I have no life. And so we're going, I am the one thing in life I can control. And if I really just could pick anyone to embody that quote, I would pick two characters, because I have no self-control. Katniss Everdeen. And the second, I actually would go with August from this song. He definitely can't control anything in his life, and he has a really, really messy time as a monster. But he has him, and he has his violin, and he can control himself, and that's just, I don't know, I just think about him every time I hear that song. So, next we have Happier, a more pop song, but every time I think of it, I think about characters, and so it's, but only for a moment, I want to see you smile, but no, that means I have to leave. And I always think about Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. Every time. It's a very Aelin quote, it's a very Aelin moment if you know the end of Kingdom of Ash.
We're gonna spoil it. She has to die, and she doesn't want to leave Rowan.
Yeah, it's just, it's a really good one. It's a really good one. Alright. Next, I Will Fight for You. I got a lot of feelings from this one. Too many feelings. Too many emotions. But I think a lot about The Maze Runner. I know you don't like The Maze Runner.
I didn't like the books, I liked the movies.
I liked the first couple Maze Runner books.
I feel so terrible for
and I always kind of think about Thomas and Newt, who are like constantly fighting to save each other.
I think about the cadre and the inner circle. Not exactly like the couples within there, but like the fact that Cassian, Rhys, Azriel, like those three, they will fight for each other to no end. and they will die for each other. When they were off at war for so long, not seeing each other, and they were like, all I need to know is that they are alive. Like Reese talking about walking through the fields of dead bodies, just checking to make sure it's not Cassian or Az.
My boys. Alright. We're gonna finish it off with one last musical moment. We have another after this, but this is our last musical moment. And we're going In the Heights, which, if you don't know what In the Heights is, you are not paying attention. It's gonna be a movie next summer. It was supposed to be this summer, but you know. And this is from Breathe, but it is I Climb Every Fire Escape, Restless to Climb. And I definitely get a lot of vibes. I keep saying that because so many vibes. So many vibes. I get a lot of Natasha from The Sun Is Also a Star, who she has so many ambitions and she just keeps trying to do things. She's about to get deported back to Puerto Rico. She hasn't been in Puerto Rico since she was 8, and she just keeps trying. She's restless.
What's the main character's name in Everything?
Maddie.
Maddie. I see that too with Maddie and Everything. She's been trapped in her house her entire life by her mother because she's a psycho. And then she gets out and she just wants to go see the world and travel and do whatever because she couldn't. So
Nicole and you write great characters for that quote.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I also, I get a lot of Penelope from Carry On as well, who continuously is trying to prove how much she can do by just doing everything she can possibly do. And going old school Taylor Swift.
It's from Long Live and her Speak Now album.
So we're going, for a moment, a band of thieves in ripped jeans tried to rule the world. And man, is that every dystopian, but more specifically, I get a lot of Divergent vibes.
Yes.
Of the Dauntless. That reminds me a lot of Dauntless.
It's very Dauntless-y.
The Mockingjay Revolution, obviously from the Hunger Games. I get a lot of vibes from that. And I get a lot from Legend. I just feel Legend.
I get that from, it's the Ruined trilogy. There is a group, the Ruined themselves, their kingdom was basically overthrown, and that group is so small now, they are just trying to get back to where they were. And they are very like, we're gonna take out whoever we need to in order to do that, and they're such a good knit group. It's great.
But all we have for you guys this week. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. They'll be linked down below. And yeah, so that's our video. As always, I'm Sam, that's Collette, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Number 9. No, is that number 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Number 9. Put quotations around all of them.
I did.
Who else?
I don't have a lot of girls that are girly on my shelf. Next, one of our favorites, Glee Clovers. Nope.
I'm this lady. In reality, I'm an assassin who can kill you.
Vibes. So many vibes.
Alright, Neville Longbottom. Neville Longbottom.
Yeet! I get a lot. Those are all of our songs, and that is our video for today. So let's outro this bitch.